can you get some?
It has been a long time since Presley Mathis returned home from work to be greeted by his family. It was 7 years before he and his wife, Nakia, were able to have the resources to buy a home in a safe neighborhood and room for the grandchildren to play.
There's a yard. They can get out here and play. I can sit out here and do whatever I want to. I'm loving it. I prayed for a house with a yard, and God gave it to me. Right there. You gonna wash some dishes?
The journey from homelessness to home ownership began when their landlord did something that would alter their lives for years.
He took it upon himself to sell it, not tell us, and the people showed up and were wanting us out of their property, and were told that we were already gone, and we had no idea that we were supposed to be gone.
And I don't have to worry about
The Mathis family was suddenly homeless.
Our next step was a hotel. We went from a hotel to living in our car, our van. It was very depressing, and it was embarrassing to us, and it was really embarrassing to our children.
But there was hope on the horizon. The Mathis family was accepted into the Family Promise program.
First Nazarene pastor Eric Johnson connected his congregation to Family Promise so they could reestablish their identity as a congregation that serves.
They would simply go to different churches, different congregations where the members would do what they do best. They would feed and shelter these at-risk families, and Family Promise would do what they do best. They would provide the social services and the counseling and connect these families to government resources to get them back into homes and back into jobs and things of that nature.
The Mathis family was welcomed by Tyner United Methodist, Wesley Memorial United Methodist, First Centenary, First Baptist, St. Paul's Episcopal, St. Elmo Methodist, Red Bank United, St. Luke's Methodist, and St. Jude. Pastor Johnson believes the partnership was a breakthrough for his congregation.
Because we found that even though we couldn't run a homeless program all by ourselves, that if we worked with other congregations, we could do a lot more together, and we walked away very satisfied with what we'd experienced.
And it was refreshing. They came in and gave us the rundown of everything. The rules were decent. We had leeway. They were understanding. We had a roof over our head. And it was just, I'm going to say it was amazing. They did a great job.
The face of homelessness has changed. The Mathis family's situation fell into the category of situational homelessness, which now constitutes more than 58% of the homeless population in Chattanooga.
Rent has increased in Chattanooga 14% in less than a year, putting added pressure on individuals and families who are one paycheck away from homelessness. The Chattanooga Interagency Council on Homelessness is tasked with implementing the Homelessness Action Plan in the Chattanooga community. Signal Centers, a local nonprofit, is helping to coordinate the effort.
To succeed, the faith-based community is being asked to embrace the mission that people cannot get back on their feet without providing housing first. It is housing that ends homelessness.
One of the things they can do is, Signal Centers has a website, and the homeless services is on there, and when you go, just click how you can help, and it'll guide you to two different areas, either being a landlord or a property owner that has some places that they'd like to rent, or perhaps you're a person that just says, hey, I'm not sure what I want to do. Where do I go? And so what you'll get connected to are actual people with contact information that you can call so that you can get plugged in to help in the community end homelessness.
What we need right now are people who are willing to go from thinking about helping their neighbors to actively doing something for their neighbors. We have around 100 families that need housing right away. That means that if somebody owns a property, would you consider working with the city to put a homeless family into your home, knowing that the city is going to help with some of that expense? There are homes that are sitting empty right now that just need somebody to come along and to do some upgrades or whatever it may be so that a family can move in and get out of their desperate situation. We all have a piece of the puzzle, and if we put that piece of the puzzle on the table, if we work with the city and work with other faith communities, what a difference we can make in this larger community we call Chattanooga.
If you're a landlord and want to find out how you can get involved with one of your rental properties, contact 423-653-0267. For general donations, contact 423-643-7664.